Hey you guys, just wanted to make a quick video, kind of like a heads up to men who are standing for their relationships, even for the women who are standing for their marriages. There was a point in my own stand where I had used so much of my own philosophy and mindset and understanding of the world to try to make sense of what was going on between me and my wife. And every time I used my own understandings and the things that I believe to be the smartest and brightest and wisest thoughts and beliefs that I could come up with, I simply fell flat, like every time, and it was ridiculous. And I couldn't quite grasp what I was doing wrong. And I think that some standing men and women, they do that a lot to themselves, trying to figure out where things went wrong. What do they have to do to change things? And I don't mean people who have been standing for a long time. I'm talking about people who, unfortunately, may have just gotten the news that their spouse wants a divorce, because it causes a lot of chaos and confusion because you're not entirely sure how quickly things have changed. And it might sound like all of this came suddenly. When somebody wants to divorce you, it is not suddenly. It's something that they have been thinking about for a long time. But my point of the video today is, it wasn't until I talked to my father and I explained to him how I was so confused by what was going on between me and Tiffany that he listened to everything I had to say. And once he was done listening, I expected my father to have some profound word, something that would blow my mind, to give me a different perspective on things that I was going through and the feelings that I was experiencing at the time, because I was just trying to look for, what's the edge? What's the way for me to get past this? And after I got done talking to my father and he listened to everything I had to say, the only thing my dad said afterwards was, "Just hold on, son, just hold on." And I basically collapsed over the phone, because I didn't want to believe that something so simple would produce what is now a restored marriage. I thought it had to be something ecstatic. It had to be something big. It has to be something grand. When God is involved and who he's involved with and who he speaks to you through, he knows who you have to hear and how you have to hear it in the way that you will interpret it and process it and use it. Or he'll use someone else in a way to speak words that just cut right through the mess that you create in your head, trying to figure out and try to make sense of your situation. When my father told me to hold on, to just hold on, that was further confirmation for me to trust God. No matter how crazy things look, no matter how wise I believe I am, something so simple was used to cut through that mess, to get me to, one, remain obedient, to humble myself, and to remember that it is not me doing the restoring, that it's God who does the restoring, and it will be on his time. My job is to stay focused on him while it's working. While he's working, it's my job to focus on him, because it doesn't matter if my wife was with me or if I'm with her. At the end of the day, if I'm still the same type of man I was when I was first told that my wife wanted a divorce, then it would all be pointless. It would just be a matter of time before we had a false start, or a matter of time before things deteriorated into, to a point where I didn't want to be with her anymore. So I thank God for that opportunity. I thank God for my father here on earth, speaking the words to me that he did, because it was something I needed to hear, that I didn't have enough confidence to believe in myself. I didn't have enough confidence to believe that the Lord will speak to me in many different ways through very subtle hints. And I needed to learn to open my eyes and my ears and my heart to receive him. And sometimes you must remember, even if you feel like you can't hear or see God, he knows when to step in. There will be a situation, there will be a word, there will be an action, there will be a memory. Somebody will say something to you that's going to remind you of how great he is. And it will be enough for you to hold on to for a lifetime. I have not forgotten the words that my father said to me, and I still remember how I felt when he said it. Those words stayed with me, and they do. No matter what's going on in my life that's tough, my father told me to hold on, to just hold on. And that's what I want to share with you guys today. So Thank you again for catching this video. 5 minutes of your time. Again, thank you. And stay tuned for another podcast episode. If you guys have any questions, you can DM me or email me at www.tyrewilson.com. And check you next time.